Okay. So again, according to the need, your facilities can be measured. If you want to go to the Humane Society or some website like the Department of Agriculture, they will tell you, okay, a lion that is full grown is approximately this many pounds, this many feet long, and you multiply that by a factor in height and width, and that gives you the minimum size of your containment. Okay? But in reality, you need to decide, okay, I'm not taking more than one mockingbird, or I'm not taking more than 50 Canada geese, or whatever it is you're going to deal with. That's going to determine one goose doesn't take as big a cage as 50 geese. So you're going to decide what your facilities are right for. And that's where you have to use good judgment and say, I'm full. Hotel's full. You're going to have to send them to somebody else. I know somebody that's another person that likes to take care of raccoons, and let me give them a call, or here's their number, you give them a call, and try to work on that, okay? That's what we're looking for, and we're trying to be flexible. We're trying to adapt to whatever that need might be. Any questions so far? Anybody got an issue on what we've covered?
Remember when I was first rehabbing, I just had a couple cages over here? That's probably where a lot of people are going to be starting.
Mm-hmm.
I had a small platform over here with some cages that were securely tied down, and I had a cover that I would put on at night. And that's where a lot of people are going to be starting.
Right. Something like a canary cage. A lot of folks will start with a canary cage. As I recall, when Shan started, she started getting more cages, and she put them in this garage building here. And she tried to give them some kind of shelter. Again, if they're inside of a cage, and that building is the second wall, so she basically would be three protections there. But I'm not going to tell you. And if you said, well, how many do I need? You need to tell me what kind it is, how many you think you're planning on dealing with. If you've got them at a baby stage and you're anticipating farming them off to somebody when they get a certain size, then you don't need mountain lion size cages. Okay? So again, if you've got a certain kind of critter that's going to be large, but you're getting rid of it when it's still small, and you've got a plan for that, you don't need a giant cage. And maybe your backyard will work for that. Okay? But you have the responsibility to make sure that critter gets farmed off. And not just say, oh, Carlos, the reason why I've got 9 of these raccoons and inside this, this bedroom closet or whatever, was because I couldn't find anybody. You got to find somebody, and if you're not finding somebody, you need to call us. Okay. Ultimately, your final goal, the big idea, is to release your wildlife. It should be free. Had a lady call me, I've got a flying squirrel, I found it in the street, it's such a little darling, I'd sure love to save it, I want to get a license to be a rehabilitator, I was told to call you. I go to her house, she's got one of these. The flying squirrel's a little bigger than a mouse, okay? Elaborate, gorgeous. Come to find out, she's had the flying squirrel for 2 years. And her and little Phoebe are best friends. And her world's going to end if little Phoebe, anything happens to little Phoebe. I couldn't dream of letting little Phoebe run wild. Oh, well, there's cats and there's other mean squirrels and And now you're faced with the situation of growing up. Are you going to get arrested? Have I got to take Phoebe? What's the deal here? The solution we played on that one was, she had to open her cage and leave it open. If the wildlife is not confined, you're not breaking any laws. Okay? And she says, well, what if a cat or another squirrel gets in there and gets after Phoebe? Well, put Phoebe's hole facing your house. So there's only one way in and one way right there. Keep it closed at night. Nighttime's when they get out. But the point is, keep it closed, and then acclimate it and let it out when you're there. Eventually, little Phoebe's going to get out and wander around and say, see you, Mom, I'm a wild squirrel, you didn't know that, and I'm going to get out and go. So we look for solutions, Okay? We're not looking to arrest people. We're looking for solutions. The arresting is what we do. If a person just says, no, you're going to have to arrest me. I'm not going to cooperate any other way. So that's when we do that. But letting it go free. The hard thing, you got a one-eyed owl, a 1-foot hawk, they can't make it. Okay? So they have to be euthanized. Okay? It's in the rules. You've got wildlife. It can't survive. It's not going to be wildlife, and it's not going to be somebody's pet. All right? That's not what we're about. If they want a pet, we'll tell them where to go buy the parrots and the canaries and that sort of thing. All right? What have I missed? Really?
I'll let everyone look at the paperwork so that they'll know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll need to sign off, but I think you did a good job.
It's been 2 hours. No, wait. We started at 11. It's been 1 hour. We're on schedule.
You said 1 hour.
All right. Okay. Did you have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay. Let's look at Shan's paperwork and see what we're looking at there, and then we'll decide what we're going for after that.